In customer experience, you sit in the middle. On one side, you have the customer and you see their frustration every day. You want to do right by them. On the other side, you have the business, targets to hit, and revenue to protect. Most days, you're balancing both, protecting the relationship while still proving your impact. That's where this podcast comes in.
Welcome to CX After Hours, a space for CX people in retail and e-commerce to step out of the noise and talk about the real work. Because scaling customer experience isn't just about being helpful, it's about creating moments customers remember.
The small things that build trust and loyalty over time. But those moments don't just happen, they're built through systems, through processes, and people that actually do the work.
For the customer and for the business. And that's really the tension at the heart of this role. Speed and quality, automation and empathy, doing right by the customer while still driving revenue.
In this podcast, we're all about exploring the gritty reality. Contact rate, first response time, trade-off, tough call, and all the decisions that shape whether customers feel valued or forgotten.
Make no mistake, this is a pressure job. You're protecting trust while driving growth, standing up for the customer while also answering to the business. CX After Hours is where we unpack how leaders actually do it and how they make customer experience work, even at scale. Welcome to CX After Hours. I'm Anya, and I have spent the last decade working in CX in the trenches at both startups and scale-ups. Now I consult for multiple different brands as a fractional CXO, and I am joined by my lovely co-host, Guillaume.
Thank you, Anya, our CX expert here on the show. So I'm Guillaume, a serial tech entrepreneur, and after spending 10 years in San Francisco, 3 years ago, I decided to make a big move and I moved to e-commerce and CX. And I'm now the founder and CEO of Yuma AI, and we automate customer service with AI. Anya, tell us why we decided to make that show here, CX After Hours.
Absolutely. I feel like these days there's so much content out there about CX, but none that really dive into, the realities that are at the heart of it. It's often a really messy job. No one actually teaches you how to learn, CX. And I think we both felt like we wanted to create a space for people coming up in their CX careers, how to, learn more and learn from some of the best. Because let me tell you, our lineup is crazy.
We have a crazy lineup. We've been very lucky for that first season. Yeah. That's for sure. But to go back on what you said, I think and we touched this on one of our episodes actually, but there is no school for CX.
No.
And there is no good place, or we didn't find any good place where just people tell the truth, the hard truth about CX, what happened, how do you learn, how do you improve your world experience? Yeah. And that's what we want to do here. Having great guests, just telling, what they have learned over the years, what works, what doesn't, for all those CX leaders here. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the podcast that I wish existed when I became a manager and started to actually have to do the strategic part of CX. So I think, again, this community is so lovely, as you'll be able to witness from our amazing lineup of guests. And I think everyone here is bringing their mistakes, their lessons that they've learned, and ideally going to equip anyone who's listening with the tools that they need to succeed in CX.
And it's called CX After Hours because all of this is unscripted. It's like really casual.
Honest.
Honest, exactly. Honest. Right. The goal is not to be promotional or anything. It's really just like, let's hear what happens and how we learn from the best here in the industry.
Absolutely. I like to pretend that we are on our way to a happy hour. We are gabbing. I'm filling in my work husband, work wife, whoever on, what is going on, what customer escalation I dealt with today, what is leadership asking for in terms of reporting. And, it's a place for us to kind of let off steam. And also, again, I think work together to prove that CX is a lot more than just a cost center. It is something that is incredibly important to your business, and we want it to be the best it can be.
Yes. this season, we're definitely going to work out to make sure CX get a seat at the table, right?
Yes.
How we do that, and all our guests are going to tell us,
Absolutely.
great lessons on how to do that. So please subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast app. Click follow, click subscribe, whatever those buttons says. And we are so excited to have you follow us for that first season.
Absolutely.